Uh, can I? I'm Koji Okubo of Nikkei Sekkei from Japan. And Japan is going to play football against Spain tonight. So I'm a little bit excited but nervous.
Good luck.
I am honored to present today AI Tower and Plaza, more than 10 years project for us. Do you know about Asian wind chimes? The gentle song demonstrates the audio cooling effects of wind, like ding ding. Today, I will talk about how to create a happy relationship between people and wind through architecture. In 2009, we are invited to an international competition. The site was Riverside Brownfield near central Shanghai. Shanghai faces much urban pollution, especially air problem was terrible. The average temperature has risen 1.5 degrees Celsius over the past 20 years. It was literally a brownfield, smoky with poor air quality. The client wanted to make a mixed-use complex to attract leading companies here. So, what kind of city and architecture would be appropriate here? Nova Airport runway in the center is set at the same angle as the two active nearby airports. The land was flat and open, so prevailing winds were stable topographically. Over the centuries, mankind has made use of wind to meet many challenges. So we felt that it could be applied for architecture as well. Historically, airfields were built based on wind because of the takeoffs and landings. So the site was used as Shanghai's main airport until 1940. After it closed, the factory smokes caused bad air quality. For this new era, the new town development was needed. The plan called for creating multifunctional city over 500,000 square meters. This typical layout would block the wind flow. The buildings become the wall that blocks and disturbs the wind flow. But smart selection of the building shape can improve the backwind and wind flow. But the ground floor areas still uncomfortable for the people with gusty winds. So we gave it eaves to give shelter from wind and rain. It also helps connect the architecture to the land itself. This skirts make the public space around the buildings more comfortable for the people. This architecture will bring positive breeze into the broader city and transforming old runway into the green space also carries on its legacy. The site was integrated to be both walkable and eco-friendly. Finally, these streamlined shaped towers host all of the functions. The greenery connects to the riverfront and creating a walkable, organic city filled with light, wind, greenery, and water. As you can see, the site includes many public spaces which connects the building to the city itself. The skirts also allows the enjoyment of the public space between the buildings without adverse of wind effects. So it's you have a comfort breeze in the ground floor, even it's the high speed in the outside. And this skirt concept based on old office style. It's under the eaves of Asian architecture. So people can feel the greenery filled with lights and good breeze. Shape of nearby old Longpa Temple is also influential for us. So AI Towers and Plaza is defined by its unique, welcoming, people-friendly shape. The skirt also affords many places where people can relax from morning to the night. And by connecting all the green spaces, allows to over 65% of the site become the active park. And all the runway became the main axis of the entire new city. This is the site under construction. The nature is recovering with nice breeze. You see the clouds shows the direction of the winds. The green park is restored, leading to the city's new gate. And the result of the skirt resembles the wings of the bird. So they started to call this building Nest of Phoenix. The places below the skirt is also people friendly. The skirt will protect the people from the rain, but the light and breeze to pass, and the greenery to grow. The skirt also leads the light and breeze from the podium to the basement. So even during COVID restrictions here in Shanghai, the people were able to gather in the open air. This is this summer's and spring to autumn situation. And wind also inspired artists whose work decorates the interiors. And this is the government pilot training center. They returned to this site, showing its face in this design. Actually, they love this design very much. The project brings back the wind, light, greenery, and water. The building's unique shape, it corresponds to the environment. To get this magnificent view, you can see the city center from the top. By respecting local history, the green runway was restored, created, and the lush greenery and fresh air was restored to this site. And cutting-edge companies has returned to this site. Post-COVID, I hope that people will love our buildings for freedom, comfort, and safety they provide. Finally, the AI Tower Plaza this year, there was a goal of the Shanghai City Marathon. For us, it's a moment that this architecture was accepted by the city itself as their own landmark. I hope around this building, the humanity and information exchange may grow again. We believe the architecture can be powerful. Thank you very much for your time and attention.
I will assist and keep.
Thank you for your explanation, and your English was excellent. In the program, it's obviously a very complicated brief, a lot of different components. Could you just outline what the different components were and where they were located?
Basically, two main office floors is a major component.
We would like to see the section.
Yeah.
Which was not the section, building section, which was missing from the presentation. We were wondering if you had the section.
Section. Yes, the top of the hotel is over there, and the blue one office, and podium there are many large scale retail and restaurant. Retail restaurant over there, and green one is the government owned pilot center. This diagram shows the velocity of wind velocity. So dead zone is really speedy. And we have a skirt. So under the skirt, there's no velocity. And of course, the basement is occupied by parking. And the basement is directly connected to the subway station. And there are two apart side, but it's connected under the ground.
Thank you. The section is very interesting and helps understand the building. Thank you.
Yeah, I was also interested in this drawing, especially because, you know, I guess the section is the manifesto of a mixed-use program. It's where you see how the different programs interact with each other. So I can see there is an underground commercial area, but I cannot really recognize where is the. Okay. Okay. So I can see there is a very complicated and very well resolved as well connection between the two towers and the public rail and all the complexity of different programs. It's definitely very interesting the way how you kind of manage this seamless connection between the ground floor and the tower. But then I don't see the same attention at the end of the tower on top, especially on this one that has a hotel, so a completely different function again. Is that a specific design intention, or what was the idea behind having these towers that are kind of chopped on top of it, and they don't really set any design declaration for the relationship with the sky? Did that make sense, my question?
The position of the hotel is suggested by the client because it has a very nice view, and of course we have some double height space in the lobby in the top. Actually, the shape itself is very flat.
So we want to make the top of those facilities, those cities, would be not for the personal guest room, but for the lobby for everybody.
So a sky lobby, basically. You go to the top of the hotel to check in, then go down to your room.
Yes, indeed.
I commend you for using the idea of the skirt to make the park realm a really kind of humane place to be. I think that's looks like it's been really successful. I wondered how. I mean, at the beginning of that relationship between humans and the wind. I wondered what techniques you used to tune the specific position of the skirt, and so that you could gain confidence that you knew it would actually perform in the way you wanted it to. Could you explain a little bit how that process worked and what techniques you used?
Okay, this is the wind direction. So the prevailing wind that I mentioned. So as you can see, this climate, microclimate, it's featured as this direction. So most of the season and the frequency is this direction. So I mainly focus on that direction with the calculation of the fluid dynamics. But also, in the same time, we have to check all over the direction because it's camping. So if you see the part, red part of a conclusion of a calculation, it's not good if it's in the area of a people. So I carefully avoid the gusty wind for a people area, not for a big road, but for the people area. We will adjust a small adjustment of the shape of a scout. Sometimes you rise it up, sometimes you make it lower. And again, calculation. So actually, it takes about 1 year to get the conclusion that the whole condition is included, not only for the wind, but also for the areas and the regulations and the commercial connections, people stream, everything.
So you were using fluid dynamics to tune the design as you were progressing?
Yes, yes, because in 10 years, the 10 years ago, it's coming, the easier application for the computer system for calculation of fluid dynamics is made more easier and cheaper. So we decided to tackle this program of the city. We started to use this application in 10 years ago. And of course, it's the 10 years is so long, so we have to update every time with the application developing.
Have there been any surprises in reality on site when you've actually experienced being there of things, unexpected things happened in relation to the, how the wind has performed compared to your computer models?
Unfortunately, we couldn't visit the site because of the restriction, but you saw the many photos. Many people can, even this really severe condition. So maybe that proves us our solution is very comfortable for them.
I commend you on spending so much time on getting the aerodynamics to work for the public realms. It's very commendable. Were there any other benefits, like from structure, lighter structure, that you managed to achieve from such an in-depth analysis of the wind and how the wind impacted on the building?
Because in Shanghai, the super high-rise tower has some get wind. So by doing this, the wind load getting lesser, so we can achieve the less structure. Structure is very good. So it has some cost saving. So as a cost, it's generally speaking, it's same as a conventional super high-rise tower in China.
Yeah, we suggest the cost reduction of the main structure design. So it's almost cancelled the cost increases of the SCAT part. And also we can get very many spaces around the buildings, not the isolated closed buildings. It's opened high-rise building. So client was very happy.
Yeah, which presumably makes those commercial activities at the base of the tower much more successful than they would otherwise have been.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Very interesting. Thank you.
Congratulations. Amazing. 全然大丈夫でした。すごい良かった。本当。陸上の話としたら、after the race, you leave everything on the track. だから全部やる気だ。そう。褒めるところもなかった。すごい良かった。おめでとう。すごいチャンスある。話ここまでの上なんで なんで上もっとやってないの、それをちょうど変な話だと思いましたけど、そう若干ずらしてない。